Welcome back to the news at 10. The federal government has continued to maintain that Nigeria will not bow to any group threatening its sovereignty. The Minister of State for Defense, Musiliu Obanukoro, made the comment during his first official tour of naval units and establishments in Lagos. On August the 24th, the Boko Haram sect released a video in which the group's leader declared that Gwoza area of Borno State in the northeastern part of the country is a caliphate.
There can never be a republic within a republic. The confab just ended. All responsible and reasonable Nigerians said we are all going to stay together, live together in peace and develop our country. The madness that we are witnessing today is something that is temporary, and be rest assured that we have all it takes to make it as temporary as it should be.
Minister of State for Defense, Musiliu Obanukoro. The Lagos State government insists it will not reverse the 2012 road traffic law concerning the operation of commercial motorcycles on its major streets. At a meeting with motorcycle riders and police officers, Governor Babatunde Fashola said the decision to regulate their operations was in response to public demand.
No law is perfect. No, that's why laws are amended. I've amended many laws. I've repealed many laws. If it's working, harshly. But the law cannot be made, then you say, no, we are not going to comply. And we should go and take it to that one. We cannot know whether it's until you experience it, and we cannot make it. Because the reason for the law is not that we just move on money. It's because people are complaining, and those laws we are seeing there is a result of feedback from people across the state. There is no argument, there is no debate about it. We have seen the positive side of this law. We've seen reduction in accidents. From about 600 accidents a month, we are down to about 100. That's what every responsible government should do. For me, let me make it very clear. This is a good policy. We will not reverse it. It is not a political issue, it's a safety issue.
First Bank.
Welcome to Business News. I'm Loretta Chiogo. Nigerian farmers would have the opportunity of storing maize in the newly commissioned silos in Sheda Kwali local government area of the Federal Capital Territory. The 100,000 metric ton silos is prepared for this year's harvest. Other silos across the country would be used to store sorghum, paddy rice, soya beans and millet. Our correspondent Gloria Umezuke reports that the government is looking to expand and accommodate other perishable crops in the country.
Every year, farmers, especially in the north, turn out huge tons of farm produce, which is usually more than enough for sale at the markets. The supply oftentimes supersedes demand.
There's a lot of restructuring going on in the agriculture sector, one of which is this: 20 world-class gigantic silos, each with a capacity of 5,000 metric tons. Takes about 166 trailers to fill up these huge cells. And there's a network of these silos across the country that will provide huge stock for food.
It also helps our farmers to mop up the excesses of their farm produce. So when you mop up those things, it helps the farmer to be able to produce more. So when the government buys it, like in developed countries, that's what they do. When the farmer produces in excess, they buy back from the farmers and store them.
Officials at the silos explained that there are about a dozen contractors expected to deliver 500 metric tons of maize during the grain receiving exercise currently going on. The grains are first scanned on entry before they are sorted out for proper preservation, and it can be stored for up to 2 years.
Some time ago, there was a kind of rise in the prices of all these commodities. And all that you do, the government sell it out at subsidized prices to people. And that forces the prices of the commodity down.
The 100,000 metric ton in Shedda area of the FCT is 1 out of 7 across the Federation, considered the largest in West Africa. Silos in other states were simply built with 25,000 metric tons capacity.
Well, we have sampled various opinion on the smooth running of these silos. Apparently, it would take up to billions of naira to fill up these huge cells. But with more projects like this, a lot of people agree that Nigeria is well on its way to becoming self-sufficient in the near future. Gloria Umezuke, Channels Television News.
The retail bond market is picking up steam at the Nigerian Stock Exchange. This is according to a stockbroker, Mr. Charles Fakroga. Mr. Fakroga stated that the NSE authority need to create more awareness about the market to increase investor participation.
Instead of you just having equity on your portfolio, the retail investors can also have a mix, an asset reallocation. You have a little bit of equity, a little bit of bond. You know, the bond returns is fixed. And once investors, you are sure 40% is fixed return, of course, the other 60% can be variable. Once investors are told about the benefit, the importance of the returns from the bond market, we'll begin to see more and more investors getting involved in the retail bond market.
It was a bearish session on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange today as the all-share index closed 0.25 lower. Here's Victor Matthias with a summary of today's figures.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Key indicators at the Nigeria equities market extended the bearish mood with a negative market breadth of 19 gainers against 13 losers. The all-share index tumbled by 0.25% to 41,235.25 with a market capitalization of 13.61 trillion naira. Cadbury led the day's top laggards with a 6 naira 49 kobo drop in its share value. Guinness and Okomo Oil also lost 5 naira and 1 naira 82 kobo respectively. On the other hand, Corn Oil, Nigeria Breweries and Lafarge WAPCO topped Tuesday's price appreciators. Major contributors to the market turnover include Access Bank, Transcorp and FBN Holdings. When the closing bell rang, volume came in at 178.41 million units in 4,524 deals for a 2.02 billion naira value. That's it on the Stock Market Report. I'm Victor Matthias.
Thank you, Victor. And that's it on Business News Tonight. It's back to you, Joma, for the rest of the news.
First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Nigeria's female under-20 side, the Falconers, returned to the country after winning silver in Canada. That's on Sports News. The John Spence.